Welcome everybody. Don't freak out. Yes, Ferrothorn got some big buffs. Reason being, if you are new here and you just happen to be clicking on this video, or if you've only listened to a couple of my videos and you're not super invested in this ROM hack, the power levels in this ROM hack are absolutely absurd. There's a lot of incredibly powerful Pokemon running around, high base power moves. Speaking of those moves, by the way, every move in this hack is buffed or changed for the most part. There is 600 plus move changes and buffs and 130 plus custom new moves. Check those out in the description below on this Google Sheet right here that I use in all my videos. You can check out all of the little tabs on the bottom, and most importantly, there is that move sheet. But yeah, like I was saying, Ferrothorn, it needed buffs, all right? I mean, for this hack standards, if I left it unchanged and I didn't give it reliable recovery and all this stuff, it would just, I mean, it would still be a good Pokemon, but like it wouldn't be able to keep up with all of the other cool shit that I give every Pokemon. Also, Ferrothorn's fucking cool, man. This hack is not balanced whatsoever for competitive play. None of these changes are supposed to be played in a competitive setting. Eventually, I might make a showdown server for the fun of it, but that's not the purpose of this at all. It's all balanced for in-game, and you're playing against AI, and the AI is playing against you, so it's just completely different in every way. All right. With that out of the way, though, Ferrothorn has some super sick buffs. It retains Iron Barbs, of course. Its defenses are much better, again, to just keep up with the higher power levels and still let it be able to be a really good defensive Pokemon. It's also a lot stronger. If you look at Ferrothorn's design, it has those giant whip arms, and he's super spiky. And if you read the Pokedex, it talks about how strong he is and how he literally says it can obliterate an opponent by swinging around its 3 spiky feelers and shooting spikes. And it fires steel spikes at targets passing beneath them. Spike Cannon is a steel-type version of Bullet Seed, which is super sick. A lot of Pokemon have that. Cloyster has that because Cloyster is now part steel. However, Cloyster no longer has Skill Link because Technician, in my opinion, is a much better ability in this hack because of all the new moves to take advantage of. However, Ferrothorn I gave Skill Link instead because it's not a setup sweeper, it doesn't use speed boosting or anything, and it can just get off really high base power moves with Skill Link. Another big benefit of Skill Link is that you can also logically Skill Link fits very well. Same exact logic as Cloyster. The reason Cloyster has it is the same reason Ferrothorn has it now. Cloyster had it, excuse me. There's actually not that many Skill Link Pokemon in the hack. There is Cinccino and Ferrothorn, and that might honestly be it, because Ambipom has a much better ability and all kinds of other interesting things. But yeah, regardless, Skill Link is really cool, and the main benefit of that is that you hit through things like Sturdy, Focus Sash, Rindo Berry, any type of berry, so Chopple Berry with Pummel, Chardy Berry with Rock Blast, that kind of thing. Also, in general, you have great coverage. So earlier on, you have Pin Missile and Fury Swipes, which are good coverage moves, and then later on you get Pummel and Rock Blast, which are even better coverage moves for your dual stab, and then level 48 you get Spike Cannon and Bullet Seed. However, in this ROM hack, every Pokemon is balanced to have 2 very good abilities that they can switch between. So obviously Ferrothorn is not just an Unga Bunga offensive Skill Link Pokemon, it's still that incredible defensive utility Pokemon it always has been. It has incredible stuff. You can use stuff like Leech Seed, Spiky Shield, Fortify, which is Steel type recover. Toxic is useful, especially for totems. And then yes, at level 60, it does get Strength Step. Don't freak out, all right? There's crit moves everywhere. Every Pokemon has a crit move for the most part. Tons of new Pokemon get super effective moves on Ferrothorn. It's nothing too crazy, okay? It's really not that crazy, and it is nice. And it is very late game. Level 60 is very late into the game. That'll be like Pony Island for sure. Probably Vast Pony Canyon, Totem Kumo type area. Regardless, it's still a great move, though, obviously. Gyro Ball is very strong still, and you got a bunch of other powerful stabs. You have useful utility. Constrict is really cool. That is a 100% accurate 60 base power trapping move. All those trapping moves are like that now. And it's grass type stab, and you can use that in conjunction with like Toxic, Spiky Shield, Leech Seed, and just stall the opponent out with like leftovers. Or you can use, of course, Iron Barbs plus Rocky Helmet is a great check to all kinds of offensive bullshit in the hack, especially with later on Strength Step, but even just with Fortify, you're definitely gonna want to keep that, or Leech Seeds plus Spiky Shield. Either way, it's great. It can chip away at the opponent really well. It's got a lot of other great utility as well, like Acid Reflux via Tutor, Thunder Wave, Volt Switch, Taunt, Toxic Spikes, Pain Split if you did end up deleting Fortify, or if you don't have Fortify yet, because it is at level 25, and Pain Split will be available after Hala, after the first Island, so you'll be level 20-ish, level 21 after him probably, because he is level 20. I don't even know if Ferrothorn will be on Melee, to be honest. He'll probably be in like the cave, what's that cave called? 10 Carat Hill. So It's fine. Regardless, though, great Pokemon. It does evolve below 35, but Ferroseed is really bulky, and it actually has a respectable attack stat. Sturdy is also very useful, especially with totems. For example, versus Totem Marowak, you could slap on Sturdy. And in general, if the opponent has a strong fire type or fighting type move, you can slap on Sturdy and, get off whatever you need to get off guaranteed, regardless of how strong the opponent is. And that can let you get off a status move or a Leech Seed up, and then you can switch out. So that's really great. And you could also use like 30 plus Pain Split if you wanted to, even versus a Pokemon. It's a good ability, and it obviously fits very well logically. Also, you have stuff like Grassy Terrain, Electric Terrain via TM. I opted not to give them Parting Shot. I've given Parting Shot. Excuse me. I've given Parting Shot to like every Pokemon in the game for the most part. Like the vast majority of Pokemon have it via TM, but to be honest, it would be fine logic-wise on Ferrothorn because every fucking Pokemon in the game learned to Confide before I deleted that TM, and Confide is like the exact same move conceptually, just a little bit different, but like in terms of the speaking to tell a secret versus just yelling at them and intimidating them or whatever. Either way, though, I still opted not to give it to him. Maybe I thought it was too good. I don't know. I just don't think they need it. I think Ferrothorn's great enough regardless. So I opted not to give them Parting Shot. They still have Volt Switch though, which is a nice little pivot if you want to run like an Assault Vest set, or if you just want to get that pivot out, that slow, bulky pivot, because in this hack, there's a lot of offensive stuff, so getting a hard switch in is going to be really difficult, and this hack is balanced to be played on set style, and you can't use healing items in the game and all that other stuff. So yeah, that's about it, honestly. Powerful stab moves, like I said. Skill Link is really cool and fitting. Great move pool. You've got stuff like First Impression and Seed Shot for priority as well. You do still have Swords Dance, which is kind of funny with Seed Shot if you want to run that for certain boss fights. In general, though, he's the GOAT. We all know what Ferrothorn does, all right? It just does a lot of things really cooler, and it does have that cool Skill Link stuff, and that 109 base attack is really nice. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for listening. Hopefully you found this video entertaining and informative. If this hack seems appealing to you, definitely check out my other videos. Check out the description, by the way. Please check out those move sheets if you have not, if you've yet to do so. It's really important. Subscribe to the channel, and I thank you for listening. Peace.